Hey everybody, I'm Jacklyn. Welcome to episode 4 of Rumble Renegade. With my special host today is Sambob Patrick, and just give a shout out. Elle is under the weather today.
Under them clouds.
Yep. So we are going.
Sick as fuck. Probably not gonna make it.
Yeah, she's on her. She's not going to death store, that's for sure. But we're send her good luck and hope she gets back to us next week. But in the beginning, we always have our comedians pull a couple of random questions, and Sambob drew his, so we're going to cover the answers there.
All right. First question is, what body part do I want a picture of made into advertisement, and what product would I sell? My answer is my bangs and deodorant. Don't drop your phone, girl. My girlfriend's here, by the way.
She's off camera, but she's here supporting us.
Yeah. If I could have a one-night stand with any leader, it'd be Joey B, because he gives the best BJs. He's got soft old man lips. And then, obviously, Joey B is who I want to see fully naked. That's the next question.
I believe that's Joe Biden. Everybody that doesn't know who Joey B is. So
I forgot we're in Martinsville, so they're like, damn liberals. Well, my girlfriend's black, and we were driving down here, and she said, "Oh, we're probably Martinsville's worst fucking nightmare."
Maybe.
Guy in a rainbow jacket and a black woman.
Okay, since you brought that, you have to tell me about this outfit
Oh,
because it is lit. Where did you happen to find this?
It was at Kohl's where they do this sad like pride thing. They have like a whole pride section, a whole like gay apparel. It's just like a shelf, and like, you know, you think that's cool, but it's also like you can just feel someone being like, what do kids like? That gay shit. They're into that James, what's his name, Cameron or
Charles
James
Charles.
Yeah. Apparently, I don't know if you've heard it. Have you heard the rumors about him?
No, but do tell.
Apparently he like would force straight guy. He's like a gay makeup artist on YouTube, and he would like allegedly he would force straight people to have sex with him or whatever. But then I've never seen this done.
Is it like a Cardi B kind of thing?
No. It turns out he didn't even do it.
Oh,
just some girl was mad at him for some reason. And it's like, yeah, fucking
crazy women.
Yeah.
I'm not one of
Bitches
those.
Get crazy.
Bitches be crazy.
And
so,
speaking of which, you have a story.
I have
about a dick being crazy. So
I have a story. I've got
that you said the confession story.
Oh, really? Really? We are that? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, because they will lead to something that happened to me. And I think that's
all right. So this morning I get a random text message from a guy that I went on a date or two with almost a year ago, and I haven't really heard. I haven't heard anything from him. And the first thing I get is a text message saying, "I have a confession."
I got a confession.
And I'm like, okay. Is this gonna ruin my day
or ruin your life
or my life?
Which it's not gonna make your life better for sure.
Well, it didn't ruin it either, because I guess I apparently ruined him for every other man. That's saying a lot, because I didn't even sleep with the dude. So I'm like, okay.
Where'd you guys go on your date?
Some bar in, I think that's Avon or Plainfield or somewhere over in that vicinity. Nice guy, don't get me wrong, really nice guy, just, I'm busy. So gotcha. But that leads you where?
So I was fucking this older woman for a very long time.
Okay.
And when I started dating, you can't see her, but when I started
his beautiful other half.
Yeah. My girlfriend, she flipped out apparently, and like she had apparently gone to a bunch of other comments and told her she was having my baby, and she was like 51 or something, and like
you can get pregnant at 51.
No, that's the thing, she can't. She even told me she had like I forget what the operation's called, but she had the operation to where
hysterectomy.
Yeah.
Or tubes tied, one of the two.
Yeah. She had that.
Okay.
And then she was telling everyone that she had my baby. And then she called me at like, I don't know, 4 a.m. at some point.
Okay.
And said, I had your baby, and it got it was a stillborn baby. And like,
that's terrible.
Oh yeah, it was. And my first reaction was like, oh my God, I feel so guilty. And then it was like, fuck off. You did not have that baby.
Okay.
Don't get the fuck out of here with your fake dead son. I don't have time for this bullshit.
Do women really fake that stuff?
You
all women, if you're doing that kind of crazy stuff, there is a special place in hell for you.
Oh yeah, dude, like my friend Ben, has Ben been on the show yet?
Not yet. No.
Ben Terhune, get on the fucking show already. Do a Death by Cheeseburger crossover we all want.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be so fun. But he apparently she posted a picture on Facebook of the stillborn child, and it is literally the second image you get when you look up stillborn child. So yeah, they just fucking, they were
okay,
like
lady,
people.
I am publicly shaming you right now. We won't give names because
yeah, fuck her.
You actually don't deserve the notation of it because that was just messed up on 50 Shades.
Oh, dude, trust me. We saw like my girlfriend made me watch 50 Shades.
Oh yeah, so what did you think of that?
It I don't. Okay, so everyone has a problem with it being this weird bad movie. I have a problem because it's not how kinky sex works.
No, it's definitely not accurate to the BDSM.
Oh no, it's not. It's fucking stupid. Because it's like, you have to sign this contract and I'm always an asshole. It's like, no. You're still a normal person, but when you're in the bedroom, you just, spank each other. And like, the things they were like acting like they were being super kinky, like with him tying her up and spanking her. I'm like, that's basic shit. Like fucking, I don't know, like come back when you're like spitting on her and calling her racial slurs, because that's like
let's just take this to a whole 2 girls 1 cup level.
That's here. Like well, not 2 girls 1 cup, but like we've all had rough sets and we all say things we regret. I love that we had one viewer and then they just took off and now they're back. They're like, racial shit.
You guys are always welcome to post your comments. We see those live and questions get answered when they pop up.
I wonder if it's because my taint's showing right now. Anyways. But yeah, like.
Alrighty, thank you for sharing.
Like it's there. It was there until I straightened up. This is actually, driving in this outfit is the most uncomfortable thing ever.
Honestly, it looks like you're wearing a rainbow condom. I'm not even gonna lie.
I
mean, it even has the consistency of a condom. You guys can't actually see this, but it's like a shiny vinyl.
Someone came in this before I bought it. Fuck you, Ben.
Oh.
Dude,
hello, Ben.
Oh, thank you. Ben. Fuck you, Ben. Anyways.
I believe that was a request.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I want to hear, when you get Ben on here, you need to ask him about 50 Shades. Or me and Ben need to watch it, because here's the thing.
Hello, Sydney. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Oh, wait. Both off camera and...
So, here's my big thing. Is like, so he's this rich guy. He has like clearly mommy issues as well.
I read the first book. Yeah.
Oh,
that's part of the
I found out that it's like Twilight fan fiction by watching it. Like, and you can kind of tell because like he's kind of the Edward-ish, because we watched all 5 movies too. That was the thing that led us.
Oh, the Twilight?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because if they did 5 movies of 50 Shades, I'd want to kill myself.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the worst. Like.
That's really bad. Who are you kidding? I mean, come on.
It's still the worst movie I've ever seen is Your Highness. Have you ever seen that movie?
I have not.
It's it starts out really funny. Like there are all these dwarves about to hang this like regular sized person.
Okay.
So like when they
actually, yeah, I think I have. Yeah.
It's got like Natalie Portman and like 2.
That's an old movie.
Yeah, and like he gets to be hang and his feet just hit the ground and they just start running and it's like, oh, that's a good intro. And then the rest is just fucking shit. It's just so bad. Like, it's just filled. Like, I was in middle school and even I knew it was middle school humor. It was garbage. And
I've seen a few movies that I'll never get my life back after watching those. So, wanted to talk about your upcoming album.
Oh yeah,
that you're recording, because our first go around went.
Oh yeah. There was some technical shit.
We'll get everything right with the place and time this time. So Hoppy Wobbles.
Yeah, Hoppy Wobbles, June 2nd, 6 p.m. That's a Sunday.
That's in Bloomington.
So you can get out of church and go drink some beer and then listen to Godless Satellite talk about, I don't know, fucking a 58-year-old. And then my friend Cody Cummings is also going to be on the album. He's a great comedian from Bedford, Indiana. He started doing it a couple of years after. There was a show at Salt Creek Brewery. Have you ever been? It's fucking great. They were doing a show there. My friend Bill New was running it. And you know, I met Cody and I saw him the first time. I'm like, okay, this is like the popular redneck guy that's gonna quit.
The popular redneck guy that's gonna quit. Okay.
I mean, after his first time, and then he came back the second time, and he got 1,000 times better. Like, he was the first time. He was too drunk, but then he like took it so goddamn seriously. And then at the third time, I'm like, because I heard he just went around and then just started going to Kentucky and Louisville and started recording there and like started doing stand up there. I was like, sorry, this is a guy I want to work with because he'll fucking put in the time and will actually like
follow through.
Yeah.
Thumbs up to you, Cody. And Ben, we really don't want to know about your celebrity crush. That that could probably go to a place that we don't want to. Maybe later.
Is he talking about the Stewart? I thought, okay, so for a couple of years, I thought John and Kristen Stewart were related, and that
I'm so sorry.
Upset. Well, you should be. I was upset about it for very long because I was just like, how can someone so funny have someone so untalented and just bland? Like, how is that possible? And then my mom told me, oh, they're not related. I'm like, thank God.
Your world was bright again.
Oh, God, it was. Just the host of The Daily Show having Kristen Stewart on just because it's his daughter.
Oh, you thought they were? Oh, okay.
I wasn't sure. Her, like, fucking rabbit teeth. I'm being really mean to an actress that I think gets shit every day. Is she a bad person?
I don't, honestly, no, I've never met her.
Because I don't.
Maybe we give her the benefit of the doubt.
I'll give her. I think she's a good person. She just can't, act, and she just can't.
She's a good person, but she
can't
sucks.
act. She just can't. I saw her in like The Huntsman and the Girl or whatever. It was like Snow White and the Huntsman.
Okay, first of all, that title right there tells you that movie's gonna suck.
Yeah, I think it had Chris Hemsworth, and he was, it was before Thor. It was before they realized they could make Thor interesting and funny.
Okay.
But she was there.
Welcome, Ashley.
And she just did her thing, like. And she
oh my God.
There was one scene where I think she actually sort of tried, and it was just, there was this monster. The whole conflict was the huntsman was fighting this monster.
Okay.
And he couldn't beat it. And then
you do know that I purposely didn't watch that movie.
I know, but I'm explaining it to you.
I know.
All you need to know is there's a monster. The huntsman is like a buff guy, can't beat the monster. Kristen Stewart just comes out and goes, ah! And the monster just gets scared off. And it's like,
really?
What? What does this have anything to do with Snow White? And like, it was bad. Like, I think the movie had some decent special effects, but it was just like infected by Kristen Stewart. And
that's the dark-haired chick, right?
Yeah, that's the girl that played Bella. Funny enough, Robert Pattinson. Yeah, the guy that played Edward, has had so many interviews where he's basically said he's hated Twilight. He's called the writer insane, and my favorite interview with him is like
he made sparkly vampires. You can't be sane.
Yeah, he like well, he said like the writer thinks she's Bella and that she wants this psychopath to have sex with him because he calls Edward a fucking psychopath, and it's great.
Hey, Hannah, welcome.
But one of my favorite interviews is like he read the books, you know, to get more into character, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the interviewers were like, the Twilight books are so long, and Robert Pattinson is like, so long. Like he just was like it was homework for him, and he did not enjoy any of it.
That's terrible.
Like,
because usually the books are like a million times better than the movies themselves.
Yeah, well, it's also like more of Twilight, so I think less of Twilight is most of that. I will say this though, when we watched all 5 movies, the one ending they had was like the ending I think was just satisfying for the people that were watching it.
You know, they really I don't think I've ever actually finished the movies.
It's definitely like
I don't like the gap in between when you're doing sequels. I want to sit down from start to. I don't care if it's 10 hours long, dude. I just want to finish it.
It's almost 10 hours long.
Oh well, there you go.
Yeah.
I'll have to like binge watch it. Like.
Yeah, the ending is actually my favorite part because you know the credits. Anyways, but no, it has.
Okay,
it has like a weird, satisfying ending. 2 endings. There's like you've heard about it, right?
Mm-mm.
I guess I can't spoil it.
No, you can spoil it.
All right. So like, there's like this vampire that can read minds. I guess.
I thought they all could.
No, it's just like 2. It's Edward and like some other dick, and then. And then like
was he at least a good-looking dick?
No.
Well, that's a fail.
But he like reads the mind of like the future seeing girl, and then she like shows him. It's basically there's this epic battle, and then it's a fake out, and then the real ending happens where they have their weird vampire baby that like. Have you seen that baby? Is
it weird?
It's a CGI baby, and it looks like Steve Martin for the first 15 minutes.
That's great.
It's terrifying. But no, I was like, she's like, didn't the ending pitch you off? I'm like, no, it was what it needed to be. People who hated these characters got to see these characters die, and then people who liked these characters got to see them live their happy life. So we got 2 endings.
2 endings.
Yeah, it's very dumb, but it knows what it is.
It's like, you remember those? Did you ever read those books where you could, based on your choice?
Oh yeah. Goosebumps had a couple of those.
Yeah.
I think I read like the birthday one where like a clown comes in and then he like releases spiders, and then like one page he releases rats. It's very weird. But yeah, I wish
those books confused me. I would get lost frequently.
Yeah, well now video games are starting to be more like that. Do you play a lot of games?
Diablo is usually the one that I default to. Or The Sims.
She's been playing the shit out of Sims.
Yeah, I like to lock them in a room and then set it on fire.
Oh, she's doing the opposite. She's having like 100 kids with 100 different dudes.
Oh, nice! You're a whole on The Sims. That's great. Wait, here, why don't you just pop your head in here so people know who we're talking to? Just say hi. This is his pretty other.
Hi.
Okay, so now when we're looking like off into the distance having conversations, you know who we're talking to. But yeah, I just, or you know, have you had the CPS lady? You know, they come and they'll take your baby if you neglect it.
Oh yeah,
so I like
didn't you have that?
Yeah, it took my baby.
Because you forgot to pause the game.
Yeah, I forgot to pause it, and then the baby got hungry, so they took him, so I just closed the game out and got my baby back.
Yeah.
I was very upset.
So, yeah. Anyway, you were going with the games. Now that we went off on a.
There's this Walking Dead game. I'm not really into the Walking Dead. I've never been into like zombies.
Oh, but I hate zombie movies. The writers of that show are like amazing.
I keep wanting to go back to it, but I just like. I read the comics. I read one of the comics, and I think I hated it from the beginning.
Okay.
Because the art style
I
was
hate
like
zombie movies.
yeah.
Give it a try. Just get through one season, and I think you'll be addicted.
Okay.
But we didn't actually get to cover this outfit.
Oh right. So it's at Kohl's. It's in their sad pride thing. Like they're just like, here's all our gay shit.
Okay, for those of you that aren't here, I shit you not, this thing looks and has the texture of a rainbow colored freaking condom. And it is.
It's not showing. I noticed in the video, it's not really. It's full rainbow. Like it just looks like orange, blue, yellow. Like you can't really see the green or anything.
Or the purple, yeah.
Yeah.
But it is totally the biggest rainbow condom I have ever seen.
Yeah. How many random condoms have you seen?
I'm not telling you. I'm the one asking the questions.
Fine, fair enough.
It's for me to know. Anyway, we're moving on from rainbow condoms. Okay, so the Kohl's has a whole section.
Yeah, they have
shit.
like flat bills, which I think it's the most ungay thing I've ever seen. You know?
Okay.
Because when I see a flat bill, I don't think, oh, that's someone who's tolerant. I go, oh, fucking these people. You know? These goddamn people not bending their goddamn bills on their hat. Which is what you're fucking supposed to do.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just look like a freaking duck.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking duck.
Although it would have gone well with this outfit, I'm just saying.
It would.
You should have finished it off.
No, I didn't want. I thought I have a flower tie, not like a. It's more like a substitute teacher kind of tie, like one of those. And I wanted to add that, but I was like, that's too much. It's sunglasses, these Spider-Man shoes.
Oh yeah, we gotta get the shoes in.
Yeah.
Gotta have the Spider-Man shoes in.
Have you seen Endgame?
I have not. Everybody keeps talking about it.
Shoot. I was like,
don't really? Totally talk about it. You're not gonna ruin it for me.
I'm worried that your fans will.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
We don't want to ruin
let's not spoil that.
Let's talk about comedy.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But do we have to?
No, we can talk about whatever you want.
I know, let's talk about comedy.
We can roast. We can. Yeah, I don't give a crap.
You go first.
Yeah, I'd like to know what your best time on stage was, and your worst. I would really like to know these.
Let's do worst first.
All right.
Because I don't really know my best yet. So my worst time, I was in Mitchell, Indiana.
Okay.
There was a bar down there, I think called Highway 69 Highway or something. It was like Route 66, one of those shitty name bars.
Okay.
And like, I was the only, like, there was another comic that was supposed to do time there and didn't because he didn't want to for some reason. The microphone was plugged into a PA in such a way that you could not, and I like to pace when I do my comedy. You had to stand completely still because you would either pull it out of the PA or you would be too close and you would get reverb.
Right.
So it was literally like, and there was no seats for like the audience members. So they all sat at the bar in like a little, they didn't even sit. They all stood like a little circle as if to not be around me. I was like a leopard and they didn't want anything to do with me. And they all looked like coal miners, but that's just Mitchell. Everyone looks that way. And I bombed, of course. And I got off. And this one drunk guy wobbles up to the stage, picks up the microphone and goes, Why did Monica Lewinsky go Republican? Because the Democratic Party left a bad taste in her mouth, and then just dropped the mic and left.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
And you guys showed up by that.
Yeah,
they probably laughed at that.
Oh yeah, they did. It was
oh my god, that's terrible.
And like, I think as far as bombing goes, I think that's what you want. It's at least someone to be so much funnier than you that it doesn't even matter.
Right.
Or so much like funny in that circumstance that it just doesn't matter. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because at least you were taken somebody showed you up, but yeah, to have a drunk guy tell a really bad political joke, that would suck.
Last night, that Video Talkers was pretty good.
Last night, what Video Talkers? We weren't there.
No, that's the video where we first met. It's like my 11th minute.
Oh yeah, that was he was really freaking funny too.
Yeah. I think Bedford. We were doing the show at a bar called Bandanas, which was the old biker bar that my mom would not let me walk across because there were gunshots there.
Okay.
And her gym's like right across from it too.
Mm-hmm.
So, best night I had there. I hate the guy who put on the show. I won't say his name, Aaron Kinney. I'm gonna get in. I don't know if I'll get in so much trouble or so much little trouble for that, or how much shit I'll get for that. But I don't care. A lot of people can.
I don't know. I have not personally met him.
You might one day. I don't know if he's still doing it. He might have quit, but it was a fun show. I got paid $40, which was fine. And like it was a good show. I did like maybe 10, 15 minutes. I don't even know. That was the night where I wasn't even sure what time I was doing.
Okay.
And I was going down and talking to people, and like I was hitting on someone and I made them feel so uncomfortable they left, but everyone was laughing at that. So it was just one of those nights where it was just like everything was going great.
You just don't strike me as an aggressive.
Well, I wasn't like, I was just using cheesy pickup lines.
Yes, familiar.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I did some of those cheesy pickup lines in at the Pitsy Feeder in God, what's it called? Another part of Indiana. Not Ellettsville. I'll say the names. It's Jan Tatlock and David Cross that run it. Not the famous one, but you'll probably meet them someday. And they run.
Someday.
I can't think of the town it's in right now. Me and Ben drove down there on the wrong day, and like.
Way to go, guys.
Yeah, Ben will tell you about that next time you see him. But I did a show there, and it has to be family friendly. Oh. And I don't normally do family friendly.
I don't blame you. It's hard to be family friendly.
Oh, it is, but I think it's definitely worth it. I want to try more of that. But I was down there. I did those cheesy pickup lines. I started with I started with "Are You an Overdue Library Book?" because you got fine written all over you, and then I went into
that is pretty freaking cheesy.
And then I went to "Did It Hurt When You Fell from Heaven?" Satan.
I bet that went over great.
Oh, people love that one. And then I got off stage. Like I get off stage and I walk around when I do this, and I looked this guy dead in the eye, and I said, "Hey, are you a skydiving instructor? Because you fucking want to make me jump out of a plane." And I knew what I did. I put the microphone back on the stand and just left because I was disqualified for saying fuck. Because it was a competition.
Yes.
But my team still won. But they gave me shit for not having a perfect round. Because it was me, Ben, Neil Meyer, and Will Cotton Cannon was there for some reason. I don't remember why. I love Will. I give him shit. But he was there. And we won $200 a piece. And I was dividing it up. And I gave Will 20 just because we didn't have a perfect round. And I am, to this day, a little pissed off that I still said fuck for no reason.
Yeah, it's hard, especially if you use it in your daily...
Yeah, it's very...
Edinburgh.
Yes, thank you, Ben. Edinburgh. Me and Ben, so I got the dates wrong, and me and Ben drove down there a week early.
Well, at least it was a week early.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's what he said.
Being a woman, being a week late sucks.
Yeah. Women's problems aren't funny. Period.
Okay, so you were, speaking of, now that I brought that up, you were, we were talking about a text message. I don't think we covered that.
Your text message?
Yeah. Did we cover that on the live portion of it? We covered that on this one.
Wait,
because so we got into the whole pregnancy thing.
Yeah.
oh, her.
Because-
so my story.
I don't think that we were
I
live
just
when
logged-
we did.
Oh, okay. So if you missed this, I think we were live, weren't we?
Because we started off with the questions.
Okay, so I was fucking this 51.
If we did just say yes in the
Yeah,
chat box.
I was fucking this 51-year-old woman, and she had a
Hysterectomy.
Yeah, and she was going before she told me. She was going around to all these comments saying she was having my baby. And then one day when I started dating Sydney, my lovely girlfriend, she called me at 4 a.m. And said she had just had my child and that I was a stillborn. And I felt so guilty at first and then immediately just filled with rage. I was like, no, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. You're clearly lying. Get the fuck out of here with your fake dead son. I don't have time for this bullshit. And then she posted on Facebook a picture of a stillborn child and said she has her father's nose, which first of all babies look the same. Let's just get that out of the way. They all look they don't have their parents, whatever. They all look the same.
And I'm standing by there's a special place in hell for people
like
this.
Well,
females that do shit like
it's
this.
funny. Ben, who knows a private eye, found out, and you didn't need to know. You didn't need to hire a private eye to know if she was lying. Because if you Google stillborn child, it is the second picture online, and fucking everyone just roasted her. Like it's never happened to me personally. I've never seen a group of people come to just destroy someone that was trying to ruin my fucking life.
Right. Well, that's just
yeah.
That's like not crazy. That's insane.
Oh yeah,
there's a difference.
That's you need help. But the thing is, like, she also watches my video and I tell a joke about fucking a 58-year-old, and yeah, you already know the joke. If you want to know the joke, check out my album June 2nd.
I don't think you actually told us the album name.
Or
you're not sure yet.
So right now the album's name is Bad Baloney and Shrimp Dick. And I'm Bad Baloney. My friend Cody Cummings is Shrimp Dick. We might flip-flop it. It might be Shrimp Dick and Bad Baloney because of our stories. But yeah, no, it she messaged me on one of my videos and said, "Don't do that joke anymore. That makes me feel bad." I'm like, you don't get a say in this,
right? Yeah, no.
Because normally I have a joke about Sydney too, and we've made compromises about one of the jokes, but you know, I'm always like, I never want to hurt someone's feelings that's close to me. Like, I don't really care so much, or I do care about offending people. I just have to act on stage like I don't. But I do care, and I sometimes ask people and like stuff. But that was the first time ever I'm like, no. Because when I first started doing it, I asked you if you were okay with it, and you said yes. And then you do this shit.
Yeah, you lost
so
your say.
You deserve everything that's coming to you. Let's see. Yeah.
Okay, so evidently she paid the price.
Yeah.
Yeah, she lost her job, changed jobs, dropped out of school. Yeah, ladies, I wouldn't advise faking a pregnancy.
And like, how do you like that is the most white trash shit ever. Like, I've known girls in my neighborhood that would do that. In Sydney, I never even thought about this. Sydney was telling me, God, I don't even know how to get into this story. We were talking about flushing condoms. I was like, why would you flush a condom? She's like
down a toilet flush.
Yeah.
Well, so you don't leave evidence in the trash, dude.
Well, that's what she said, but her way was like, yeah, so you don't, so that way a girl doesn't, like, you know, grab your condom in a turkey baster and, you know, just you know, get pregnant with it. I'm like, what?
Right?
She's like, your dad never had that conversation. No.
That happens?
Yeah, apparently. I mean, it makes sense, but
okay, I just want to point out, all you ladies that have ever tried that, you are freaking retarded.
Yeah.
Retarded, because condoms have spermicide. This sperm's dead. So
Yeah.
if you went through that hassle, not only are you nasty, but that was pointless.
Yeah. I like how it's like a sting operation, like they're pussyfooting around like bana, 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 na, 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 na. Then they pull out the turkey baster, like
A turkey baster, dude.
yeah.
I am
That's her words.
a turkey baster.
God.
I'm having now all I got is a picture of a woman shoving a turkey baster up in.
I don't think she has to shove it. I think it's just got to be just the tip and just like I don't think she has to put it all the way. Like I don't think she needs that much.
I don't even know.
It does not take. Hey, kids, doesn't take that much cum to get her pregnant.
See, we are there are no children that can view this. We are
Well, you
rated
don't know.
17 and above,
I mean,
unless they lied.
I mean,
I can't do anything
you've
about
never
that.
been. You've never lied. When
I don't
how
know,
old
check
were
that.
you when like you first started watching internet porn? Like how? Because I was like 13, so yeah, I know how to fight. Like, oh, you're 17? Yeah, I've seen boobs.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm old enough that porn you had to rent
Yeah,
on DVD
yeah.
or VHS.
We were actually in the porn section on Family Video.
Mhm.
Rest its heart, it's closed down now. But I was renting a game and Sydney had just disappeared somewhere, and I was like, Sydney, and she's like, yes. And I just heard it, and we went through those cowboy doors, those
you got
West-
it back there.
yeah, and like. What was the title that really stuck with us? Teacher 47 or something?
Like Cheated on My Wife, Volume 47.
Nice.
So at that point, is it 47 different wives? Is it the same dude? I've got a lot of questions. We almost rented it, but then she was like, why are we renting porn? We could just
Get it for free.
yeah,
right?
we can just watch it together. I was like,
I was what, 18? Had to go into
so-
there, and I was so nervous though. I went back there, and what I did was I grabbed the first one that had all these good-looking guys.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Do you know where that went?
Uh,
It wasn't exactly straight porn, dude.
yeah.
I was like,
well, they never. That's
well, you're 18. I was naive and dumb. I just seen a bunch of hot guys. So I'm like, okay, I can work with that. I should have
Do you-
clued in. No female there.
Do you are you not the kind of person that can get into like guy and guy porn, or do you not?
I was just 18. That was my first experience of
Oh, okay. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like
it. I was
can't
so,
relate to this.
Oh, I
yet.
could relate to any. I don't. Yeah, believe me, I was so. Yeah, I didn't even know how to masturbate at that point. Okay,
You were
I'm so-
18 and you didn't know.
Yes, I was.
Because
Sheltered.
most people kind of discover it by accident. Like I didn't realize I was masturbating until
My friend had to tell me.
Oh.
And she's like, you don't touch yourself. No,
Yeah.
why? And she's like, just go home and try it.
There's
Oh, dude, I was like a fiend on crack after that. I was like, hell yeah.
I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast a little at work, and
Okay.
there was this the writer of Fight Club had this story about how this woman came up to him and told this story about her first time masturbating and not realizing it was this heater, a vibrating setting, and like she was like, oh my god, this is amazing, I gotta tell my Girl Scouts about this. Like she was in the Girl Scouts, she was like 7,
Oh, okay.
and the
I thought-
and she
I was
like
thinking like the troop leader here. I'm
yeah,
like,
so
what?
like she found that out, and then she was like, I gotta tell my friends about this, and like she brought her friends over and they all used it, and
Thanks, bud.
yeah, and then from all the Girl Scout meetings from now on, they were all held at her place.
So they could sit on the heater.
Yeah, exactly. And her mom found out and told all the girls to go home, and then beat her with the
What? Why did you have to do that? You just took this to a whole dark.
Well,
place.
I just was like, okay, it started out as like, oh, most people figure out masturbating by accident, or just by doing something that feels good, you know?
Mhm.
And then like, oh, that's how that story ends.
Dude, I was playing with Barbies when I was like 16. I mean, I was so fucking sheltered. It's hard to believe leave that in it, everybody. I'm so sorry to burst your bubble.
Yeah, I mean that's normally what happens when you shelter a person too long is like they eventually find out and they either go to one extreme or the other.
Oh yeah,
you know?
I was like verge of addiction there, man.
Yeah.
I might as well just glued it down there.
I was talking to Sydney the other day. I was like, before I met you and before that whole
that baby thing. Yep.
Yeah.
Got it.
I was just having sets with people and not knowing their names. And
oh, it's Rosie Palm and her 5 friends. You don't need 5 friends' names. You just enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and it was like, that was a very dangerous game I was playing. Like I was having sets with this one dude, and like he was inhaling something. I now know what it is, but at the time I didn't. He would inhale something every time we would have sets, and that's kind of what made me want to quit.
Okay, this is where I'm clearly naive. What the hell was he inhaling?
Oh, I forget what it's called. It's like poppies or something, but it's meant to expand your asshole a little bit.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, dude, you got it. I'm completely clueless. They have things that like make it.
Oh yeah.
Interestingly,
I can't think of what it's called, but someone's mom told me that because she was in the pharmaceutical business, and she was just like, "Oh yeah, it's this," and I was like, "Oh, okay." I wish I knew that before because I thought she was doing like hard drugs while we were fucking, or he. It was a cross-dresser, so I like to use she.
Wait, I'm still stuck on there's something you can.
Yeah.
That could be I don't know. You know what? I don't
It
even know how to process
it can't be
that.
good to do it every time, or every Wednesday in our case.
He had a schedule. Did you keep a little book? This and this is inhale, dude. This. Oh my God! I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm learning so much. And how old are you? If you don't mind me asking?
I'm 22.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I'm 29.
Yeah, it's like, I didn't lose my virginity until like last year though, but like it wasn't in a relationship or like, I was going through a very bad phase where I was either masturbating, thinking about masturbating, having sets, or having sets and wanting to just masturbate. Like, it was really bad. Like, I was spending.
Wow.
I was living.
I'm really naive.
Yeah, I was living at home for a little bit, and I was spending $300 on live cam at some point a month.
Like you were on live cam, or you were buying live cam?
I was buying live cam minutes, and like, what's weird is like sometimes I want to get back on there just to say hi. It's very weird, but they only know me as like Dog Boy 69 or something. I don't ask questions you don't want to know the answers to. But you can get these answers June 2nd at my album recording. There we go.
Hobby Wobbles.
Hobby Wobbles.
Hobby Wobbles.
I have it. I have their sticker on my journal, and that's how I always know how to spell and say their names.
You screw up everybody's name.
I do.
Do you have my name right?
It's Jacklyn. I have to look at it. Metcalfe.
Cliff. You want to say Cliff?
I want to
too?
say McClay because that's my like. That's my my.
We're gonna do English here.
Cliff.
Calf. It's a long A.
Oh, I'm getting
Metcalfe. Their E is actually silent, so it's just Metcalfe.
Metcalfe.
Dude, he's on my show and he still can't even say my name. Corrected him multiple times. At least he can say my first name right.
Yeah.
I've only ever had somebody.
Jacklyn.
Yes, he's got it right. So we've got that down. Shrimp dick and bologna. What?
Bad bologna.
Bad bologna.
Yeah.
So, give us what is your best joke? What is the one that hits hard that you is your favorite? Just one out of all of them. Just share a little snippet.
Fuck. Well, my favorite joke is not the one that everyone likes. It's my roommate wanted to buy poison. Confused. Get used to it. and it like never works as well as I want it to. But I think my best joke right now, is my mom downloaded Grindr recently, and
Okay.
someone should tell her, but
No.
mainly because she's like, "Do you think Chad would be a good daddy?" I'm like, "Chad's gonna make an excellent daddy. I'm gonna go play pitch with him right now."
Oh my. So okay, what is Grinder? Because is that like
Grindr is a gay. It's Tinder for gay dudes.
didn't know that.
And it's
See?
how did you not know that? You need a larger friend group. It sounds like.
Hey, I am happy to learn from everybody.
Yeah.
And it's not that I just am more of the BDSM. I can talk about that stuff all day.
I mean,
long.
gay people are into BDSM too.
Okay,
It's
well,
just-
you want to have a talk about that? We can talk about that all day long.
Yeah.
I mean, jeans and
I haven't done a whole lot like of the submissive side of BDSM. I tried it because I thought that's what I wanted because I saw the porn and I was like, I'm really into this. I'm into like all that tying up, being called names and stuff. And then like normally when I have sets,
but you don't need to have sex to be tied up and have somebody smack you around, call you names.
yeah, but like
I'll do that right here for free, and you can keep your clothes on.
But like fucking like when I'm fucking, I like to be the one that shit. My girlfriend's here. I forgot about that. So now everyone knows this. But no, that's like I like to be the dom. I'll just say that for.
Is it the testosterone?
I think so because I think it's more like I'm a very passive person in my everyday life. So
Okay, I can see that.
So like when I have sets, it's fun to be a little.
He
more...
is like bending her over, spanking her, and say, "Who's your daddy?" No,
yeah.
I had to, dude. I'm so sorry.
I've been having a joke lately about how I want to be a better feminist, but my girlfriend likes to be choked. And
okay.
yeah, you've heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just.
Well, I'm not. I'm not gonna give all my jokes away.
Yeah,
now.
I don't. You don't need.
June 2nd.
Okay. Well, June 2nd.
Yeah.
There will be no tying up. Well, maybe there might be.
Yeah,
You're gonna have
you
to show
never
up
know.
and find out.
We never know.
We never know. Now, see, I'm really wishing Elle was here because, yeah, we miss you, Elle. You are totally missed right now.
Yeah.
Because she would have been fun. We could have tied her up.
Yeah.
know?
Elle, the first time I ever met her was at Bears,
Yeah.
heckling me.
Elle, you are such a bad bitch. I love you.
I think you were there.
I was probably there.
Because I was doing a window washing story.
I remember that.
And I said, "What's the best way to wash windows in the rain?" She says, "In a white t-shirt and white underwear." I'm like, "One, I'm wearing pants." Yeah, that first, like, when we met in the alleyway, she was cool. But at that moment, I was like, Shut up.
She was just horny.
yeah, You don't heckle people when you're horny. I don't think. Audience?
Well, we're talking about, wet t-shirts and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh, you got someone from out of the United States watching.
Yes, we are worldwide. Did you not know that?
I knew that. I just didn't expect it. That also, like, I'm trying to think. That looks like Arabic, but it looks like a white guy.
Yeah. All right. So, if you pop on and you are from a different country, tell us where you're from so we can at least give a shout out to where you have. Might be Egypt, might be Morocco, might be India. Who knows?
Oh, okay. I'm reading Ben's thing. He thinks my best joke is about Sydney and then about the 58-year-old. So I'm just reading these. I'm not going to tell these jokes because it's like,
we want you to show up.
Yeah, we want you to show up. Fucking show up! Anyways, June 2nd.
June 2nd.
Yeah.
Happy Wobbles. Best freaking tap around for great craft beer.
Oh yeah.
Lots of selection.
It's I'm impressed because normally when you see your friends like being a part of a startup or like one of those companies. You're like, oh, this will probably be a 2-month thing, and then they're gonna go back, and then it's like, oh shit, you're actually doing it. Congrats.
Right.
But Kyle is very good at organizing. Kyle McClay he's not the owner. He runs the comedy show there, and
he just kind of is the organizer.
Yeah, he's fucking great.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy too.
And he genuinely cares.
Mhm.
Like a lot of people that do their own open mics, and this is true for me too, when they do it, they just want more time to do jokes.
Right.
And Kyle wants that, but he has honestly said to me, I just want everyone to do better, and I just want to have one of the best shows in Bloomington.
Two thumbs up to you, Kyle.
He is.
It's always great to have people supporting local comedians.
And he's also not like, he's not trying to compete. For those of you that don't know, there's this big comedy scene in Bloomington called the Comedy Attic. And a lot of, like, there's 3 main open mics. There's Bear's Place, which is on Mondays, which is fantastic. Sign up, show up. And then there's the Comedy Attic, which is like the big scene. This is where you make it. You have to bring people.
Yeah, it's a little bit tougher to get into especially from not in the area. But but I've never known them not to work with a comic.
Oh yeah, they're great.
I've had the opportunity once. Thank you.
Yeah, they're great. Everyone's super fun there. It's really where you go when you have college materials. And then we have Kyle's show, which is Hobby Wobbles, which is kind of like the nice combination of both, because it's like you want to do better stuff there, but there's no pressure. And like
I bomb there every time.
Yeah, well, you're more of indie comics.
I'm an indie comic now.
Yeah,
I live in Martinsville, but I'm an indie comic.
I mean, what comedy scene is there in Martinsville?
There is none.
Exactly. That's like me still saying I'm a Bedford comic. Like,
yeah, there's absolutely nothing here.
Exactly. But and also I think it's more who you're like going to rather than where you are. But indie has a sort of particular style of comedy where.
Interesting.
I feel this way.
Okay, enlighten me.
I feel like you guys are more like a little more shit-tuggy. Not like a bad way, but in like a
shit-tucky or
shit-talking.
Okay, shit-talking, not
like
shit-tucky.
You're a little more like Dave Chappelle is a good way to put it.
Okay.
And Bloomington is
Jacob.
Is a little more political, I feel like. Does it make sense?
Yeah, I don't do political jokes.
Yeah, I feel like Bloomington's very political.
Yeah, it is.
And I like political comedy. I try to satire it a little bit. That's where the whole choking joke comes from. But that's really me just trying to be like, I could do a whole 5 minutes on Trump being a bad president,
and that is why funny. I don't do political jokes, because mainstream comedians typically have different views than I do.
Yeah, I mean,
and so I just let them do it, and I laugh at their jokes because they're funny. I'm sorry, a good Trump joke's a good Trump joke. I'm not even gonna.
Oh yeah, if there's like that Monica Lewinsky joke is, I still think it's pretty funny. I have a Hillary Clinton joke I like to do every now and then, which will be at June 2nd.
And don't forget, they will eventually come out CD. You can buy the CD.
Oh yeah, the CD is going to be really cheap. It's going to be like $5, and then like I think we're going to do this thing where like my half of the CD will be like $250, and then his half will be $250.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't want to listen to one, you can just listen to the other. And I think that's a fair idea.
So it's 2 CDs.
So like digitally, you know how
it'll be like a digital.
Yeah, okay, the whole CD will be both of us.
All right.
But yeah, I'm really fucking looking forward to that.
My mom's from Kentucky. Well, thank you, Bill, for sharing.
Yeah. Kentucky's also one of the best places. Louisville is one.
Louisville's got a great comedian.
Oh yeah, it's so friendly.
I'll be there Wednesday.
Yeah,
just
they
so
are
you guys
the
know.
friendliest comics I've ever met.
Right.
There's no
nice.
from my end, there is almost no weird competitive thing. And that's true for most comedy scenes. Like, I'm not being like, Bloomington's the most competitive. Like, no. Chicago is a fucking nightmare.
Not been there yet, but I'm gonna put that on my bucket list.
Yeah.
Really
do not do any power hours. Do you know what that is?
No.
So what a power hour is another comic will be sitting behind you, getting very drunk, and will comment on your jokes while you're performing.
Oh, I would love that.
You say that, but it
no, I absolutely love to be trolled, dudes. But
I hated it because it was not like, oh, we're making fun of this to be funny. It was sometimes when you go to a mic, they will have it so they'll be like, oh, this is to make people quit. And that was one of those mics where it's just like, okay, these are all our groups. This is the cliquey ones, and we're gonna make fun of people who we don't like. Like, I got wolfed off stage.
Wolf, like barking?
Oh yeah. It was a night, or wolf to stay on, because you get a light when your time's almost up, right?
Right.
I got the light, and I said, okay, you guys have been great. Lying, and like I was about to walk off, and they were like, what do you mean? You got a minute left. And I was like, 30 seconds. And then they went, woof, 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 woof. And I don't even remember what I said to get off. But it was awful. Still not the worst one. Mitchell still has the worst.
Interesting.
There was another mic like that in Indy.
So if we have any viewers, I'm just going to plug this in really quick. Any viewers, I will be down at the Caravan Wednesday.
Oh my God. The Caravan is...
I love the Caravan.
It's got a gorgeous stage.
It does.
With a nice rug.
It makes me look not as fat. These cameras, I promise you, they add 10 pounds. And it's like, whoa.
I've never really thought about that on stage. Well, I guess because it's further away and like the stage isn't like tiny. But because it's natural, it's like Bears. It's like an actual kind of big stage.
Right. It is.
Most, like the Comedy Attic, I love their stage too, because you're up on a platform and it's so much bigger than you see. But when you go in, the Comedy Attic has like what looks like this little platform, and then you get on it.
It's actually fairly
big,
and it's blinding. You get up there, you're blinded by the light.
Well, yeah, a lot of my friend, one of my friends, always makes fun about how like the first timers at the Attic will always complain about the lights.
Because Crackers, their lights are exactly the same.
Yeah, and what it is, and when I figured this out, is like a lot of new people will look up more than at the audience.
Right.
So the lights are kind of there to train you, and I think that's such a cool trick. But no, the Attic is one of the most Limelife's most comedy clubs I've ever been to, and I just love the aesthetic of the Attic. I love that red. I love the sign they have where it's like the stairs going up. I like the green room because it's actually green, which is a weird thing.
I like the green room because it's green.
Most green rooms are like in the basement of the restaurant or something, but the people there actually make a nice little like chill area, and it just feels like a place where you can just sit down and just talk,
hang.
Yeah, and
that's cool.
That's really cool. I like it.
We are coming to our hour, so we're going to do some open mic plugs, which we've covered Bloomington.
Yeah,
I'm going to throw in the ones that I can recall. Normally Elle does this for me. I know we have tonight Otto's at the Milan Inn. They've got an open mic. Tuesdays you've got Jokers, Crackers, Bears.
Mondays.
It's Mondays. So tonight
is Bears,
Otto's, Jokers. Tuesdays is Crackers. Wednesdays 1949
and the Comedy Attic.
Comedy Attic. There are some new ones coming. I've had people hitting. Terre Haute just hit me up. They've got a Friday night one. Going to have all that information. I'm just going to put it, if you guys are ever wanting to know where an open mic is, just hit the page, go on the calendar. I have them set for the sign up times and everything on there. And there's a few I haven't added yet, but I'm getting those details. They will be added by the end of this week. And if we've missed anything, definitely like last week, let me know. And so we are going to tell everybody goodbye, and I will fuck off. Yeah. And remember, ride the rumble strips, people.
June 2nd.
June 2nd.
Yep.
Happy Wobbles. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
That was fun.